So I kind of already started drawing this out on a video I kind of screwed up a few minutes ago, but we're just going to have it already be drawn out. We're going to look at word problems and how we can use some trig functions with word problems. So let's read through it. From the top of a 200-foot lighthouse, the angle of depression to a ship in the ocean is 23 degrees. How far is the ship from the base of the lighthouse? So I drew in my lighthouse. I'm going to draw my lighthouse right here. It's my vertical coming down. That's 200 feet height. And when it comes down, it's going to hit the water, hopefully at a 90-degree angle if it's not the Leaning Tower of Pisa. When it hits so I'm going to have a right angle here, and it's going to hit the water at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to draw a ship because it's saying that how far there's a ship out there, and I want to know how far it is from the base. So I'm going to draw on a ship, and then label that my variable because that is what I'm actually looking for. How far is that from the base? Okay. It also gives me another piece of information. It tells me the angle of depression to a ship in the ocean is 23 degrees. So here's my top of the lighthouse, and I'm going to draw in my angle kind of down to the ship, and depression is saying from the horizontal. So the angle of depression from this horizontal is 23 degrees. That's not actually my triangle, so that doesn't help me all that much. But if I look at this from the horizontal, means this would be another 90-degree angle. That's a 90-degree angle, then I can figure out the size of that angle. I'd have 90 minus 23 should be something, 67. So I'm going to have 67 degrees. 57? No, 67, I think. So 67 degrees. So I know that this angle is 67 degrees. Okay, so how does this help me? Well, I can't use Pythagorean theorem because I don't know this. But I do have an angle, and I do have an opposite and an adjacent. What measures opposite over adjacent? Well, tan. So I can say tan of 67 degrees equals x over 200. Solve for x pretty easy. Multiply both sides by 200. And I'm going to get 200. Tan of 67 equals x. Had to find a calculator to figure it out, but we'll just stop for there. Okay, so let's try the second one. A water tower is located, well, you all can read it, 325 feet from the building. So I'm going to draw in a water tower. Again, I'm going to assume that it's a straight water tower, so it's going to come down and meet the ground at a 90-degree angle. And so the water tower is located 325 feet from a building. So I got another building going on, 325 feet away. From a window of the building, so this building has a window, the angle of depression to the bottom of the tower is 25 degrees. So angle of depression to the bottom. So again, angle of depression comes from the horizontal. So that means that this is 23 degrees. Or 39. Sorry, I was reading the previous one. Sorry. From window in the building, an observer notes the angle of elevation to the top of the tower is 39 degrees. So this would be 39. And that the angle of depression to the bottom of the tower is 25. So this would be 25. And I want to know how tall is the tower. So I want to know this. How tall is that? So angle of depression again comes from the horizontal. So I drew in a horizontal and then I drew an angle down. An angle of elevation also comes from the horizontal. So we got the 25 there and a 39 there. So do we know anything else in these triangles? Because we got an angle in this triangle and we got an angle in this triangle. And we do. We actually know this horizontal that we drew in. That horizontal should be 325 because the window should be the same distance from the water tower. Okay? So we have, again, right angles because it's a horizontal going into a vertical. And we have 2 degrees. Well, 39 degrees. If I do, say, x1 over 325, that should give me opposite over adjacent, tan of 39 degrees. If I do x2, so over 325, that should give me, again, opposite over adjacent, tan of of 25 degrees. So x1 would equal 325 tan of 39 degrees. x2 would equal 325 tan of 25 degrees. How does that help me actually find my x? Well, x1 plus x2 should add up to give me my height of the building. So I would just be adding these, 325 tan of 39 plus 325 tan of 25. Again, for this, I'd probably want to use calculators to find an answer.